Welcome to Dynamics-123 from Prodware. In this video we'll look at customizing columns to aid and enhance a user's experience of using Dynamics-123. In this video we'll focus on list pages, journals and lines within documents. The personalisation we're doing today only affects the individual user making the changes, so don't worry about affecting anyone else in the system. These changes will only apply to you. Of course, you can only make changes within the boundaries of your user permissions. Let's start by looking at the lines on a sales order. In a document page, in this case a sales order, you'll see that there's a tab for the order lines. This section enables the user to add stock or service items to the order. It might be that I need more or less information to display, so the system allows the user to add, change or remove columns to suit individual users. In order to customize my columns, I right-click on the column headings and from here I can select Choose Columns. This is very similar to customizing this page and customizing the ribbon. In this example, we're just amending the fields that are displayed. Here you can see all of the available columns, so I could make the screen very cluttered. I could, however, simply display the fields that are relevant and hide the columns that are not. In this way, the system supports the user to enter the data quickly and efficiently. I've already personalised this list to some extent by removing the columns I don't need. Let's say I wanted to add a column so that I'm able to see the unit of measure. All I need to do is highlight Unit of Measure and click Add. The column heading is always added to the end of the list, but you can display it wherever you want. You can move the column heading up or down to a more sensible position, so I'm going to move it up next to quantity. It's easy to remove a column heading too. Simply highlight it and click Remove. Click OK, and when the page refreshes, the new column layout will be displayed. Now I'm going to go back into Choose Columns and I'm going to change the position of my freeze pane. Maybe I want the unit of measure to be the freeze point. At the moment, my freeze pane is here after number. When I scroll to the right, everything before the freeze pane remains static, just like in Excel. Everything after the number will scroll behind the frozen pane. The description field is taking up quite a lot of space on my screen, so I can drag the column separator to shrink the description field column. I want to move the freeze pane, so I'll go back into Choose Columns and click on Remove Freeze Pane. Then I select the last column I want displayed before the freeze pane. Click on to Add Freeze Pane and it will be added here. You can always move it again if you need to. Once again, when I click OK and the screen refreshes, I'll see that the freeze pane is now here in its new position. Don't worry if you make a mistake. You can always revert back to the default setup in the same way as you can in Customize My Page, Customize the Ribbon and Customize the Navigation pane. Just go to Choose Columns and click onto Restore Defaults, and that will put the columns back to their original positions. That's a quick look at columns in the lines of an order. You can do the same with the columns in lists and journal lines. Something to think about though when you're removing columns from lists. When you're in a list view, in this example an orders list, the column filter can only filter on the columns you have visible. If I remove, for example, status, I will no longer be able to filter on it. So, if I wanted to filter my orders to show my released orders, I would no longer be able to do so. If I didn't want to see status in the list, but still filter on it, I would have to expand my filter out and search through all of the available columns. There are a lot of capabilities around personalisation and making the Dynamics-123 screens look and feel the way you want them. Also have a look at our other videos on personalisation, including personalising the action ribbon and personalising this page. Now you've seen how personalisation features of Dynamics 123 can be used to make it easier and more efficient for users to enter data. Gain efficiency and boost productivity by making your business day even easier and more productive. Call Prodware today and take your business to the next level.